Let's take a look at today's starting lineups here at St James's Park. Starting with Newcastle, one change forced upon Glen Roeder this afternoon. Turkish international Emre picked up a groin injury in training on Friday. Kieran Dyer comes in for him. Despite the return of Celestine Babayaro from injury, Robbie Elliott continues at left back. Alan Shearer and Shola Amiobi continue their partnership, and Amiobi's in fine form with 4 goals in his last 6 Premiership appearances, including last weekend's winner against Middlesbrough. As for Wigan, well, Paul Jewell makes 3 changes here, all of them tactical. Leighton Baines is replaced by Rito Ziegler at left back. Matt Jackson gives Paul Schana a rest at centre back. David Thompson comes in for Gary Teal in midfield. Andreas Johansson partners top scorer Jason Roberts up front. Johansson has scored 4 goals in his last 7 Premier League matches. This afternoon's referee, Uriah Rennie, checks everything is A-OK. Prepares to blow his whistle here and gets us off and underway at St James's Park. Newcastle, of course, in the famous black and white, attacking the goal away to our right-hand side. Early touch for Pascal Chimbonda, the Wigan right-back, making his 39th appearance of the season so far.
Well, plenty for both these sides to play for this season. Obviously Newcastle in good form at this moment in time. A couple of recent victories put them in a position, an outside chance of Europe. Paul Jewell's side fancying doing something similar. What a season that would be for them. Carling Cup appearance, possibility of European football. Outstanding job done by Paul Jewell, Wigan manager.
This side, Gordon, were second favourites for relegation this season. You get odds of 11 to 8 on for them to go down at the start of the year. Here they are now, pushing forward and attacking the Newcastle goal. Or at least they were, but for the intervention there of Lee Bowyer. Here's Norberto Solano now with plenty of space, options in support. Robbie Elliott will play it forward for Alan Shearer. Challenge in down there from Rito Ziegler.
I watched the performance at the Riverside Stadium last week. It was a good one by Newcastle. Some really good attacking play, but a lot of it with a playmaker, Emre, unfortunately for Newcastle, out through injury today.
Early chance here for Shola Amiobi, forces to the byline. Does he have support though? Just went on his own there, Gordon.
Yeah, he turns Matt Jackson here when this ball's flicked on and played into him just in the edge of the box here. He just knocks it too far in front of him, always stretching for it there, can't wrap his foot round it here. Looking for somebody at the back post, nobody there. Cross not good enough anyway.
John Filan, who returned for the last 2 games after going off injured against West Ham with an eye problem, takes this goal kick for Wigan Athletic. Now to his opposite number, Shay Given. Matt Jackson winning the header there, battling with Alan Shearer. It'll be quite a battle for him today, he knows that too, Matt Jackson. Here they go again. Jackson winning once more. Kieran Dyer beat to the loose ball, but it's a nice pass there by Solano. Shola Amiobi, and now the snapshot down there, which John Filan is equal to from Kieran Dyer.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons he's not scored, or doesn't score the amount of goals he should for an attacking midfield player. A lovely bit of football by Newcastle there, but maybe Amiobi should have took that one on himself.
Shearer tries to find Dyer. Newcastle starting brightly here. Lee Bowyer, who Glen Roeder was quick to sing the praises of after the last couple of games, with a loose pass. It is Wigan now on the counter-attack here. Thompson has time and space and options in the form of Chimbonda now. Still Pascal Chimbonda. Forward he goes again. Is that a foul? Uriah Rennie says yes. And David Thompson it was who took a tumble. Wigan have a free kick in a very dangerous position.
Well, I think David Thompson is fancying it. Graham Kavanagh having a look at it. Terrific striker of the ball, Graham Kavanagh, but not scored a Premiership goal for Wigan yet. Bullard having a little look at it as well. Just a little discussion there, who fancies it.
While Jimmy Bullard and Graham Kavanagh arguing amongst themselves. Could that just be a bit of a decoy with Andreas Johansson standing over the ball? In fact, it's Reto Ziegler. All three of them lining up. It will be Bullard! Oh, what a goal! Absolutely superb! Jimmy Bullard. He's not scored in some 24 games. And he gives Wigan an early lead here at St James's Park, and look at the smile on his face.
It's a fantastic free kick here. I mean, Given doesn't move for this. I mean, it's an absolutely fabulous strike. A bit of discussion as to who was going to take it. Graham Kavanagh fancying it, Ziegler fancying it, but it's Bullard that hits it. What a wonderful strike. Gets it up, gets it down, gets a swerve, gives Given no chance at all.
And it's another boost for Paul Jewell's European dream. Jimmy Bullard, who hasn't missed a league game for Wigan since he joined the club in January 2003. He's a key contributor to the Wigan success story. He doesn't often chip in with goals. That might just be the best he's scored for Wigan. It's his 10th for the club. And here they come again. Falls nicely with Jason Roberts. That was a shot, but it falls to the striker, who sees his shot blocked down there. And Newcastle in disarray at the back for a moment.
It takes a little while there, Jason Roberts, to pull the trigger. Should have hit it a little bit earlier, allowed Craig Moore to get back into a position to get a block on. But good defending with the Aussie.
And here come Newcastle on the counter-attack again, and what a block that is down there. Ziegler was back.
Yeah, it's a good bit of defending and good forward play by Newcastle. I think we're going to get a really open game here. Wigan certainly a side that don't sit back and invite pressure.
Well, it looks as though we've got a bit of a game on our hands here. Solano with the throw. Here is the goal scorer, Jimmy Bullard. Needs a bit of help from his left back. Stephen Carr, though, is forcing the issue. Solano will find Shearer. Back to Solano it goes. He crosses blocked off Kavanagh. And Bullard will have to deal with it down here on his own touchline. Ziegler will force it further forward. And the only man forward here is Lee McCulloch, dispossessed. Forward goes Craig Moore from the back. Charles Nzogbia now. Blocked off there on the far side. Uriah Rennie quick to give the free kick.
Just blocked his run there, Graham Kavanagh knew exactly what he was doing, but both sides having a real go in this game.
Forward it goes, Shearer will climb again. It's a fantastic cross in there, just a little bit too much on it from Solano. And Zogbia's a good deliver of the ball himself. Oh, what a miss! Shola Amiobi had to score. Fylan flapped. Amiobi aghast.
Well, how does he miss this? He must take his eye off the ball here. Thinks Phelan's going to get it, doesn't. Goalkeeper misjudges this one completely. Sails over his arms. It's left with a simple header for Amiobi to get the equaliser for Newcastle. Knocks it past the post. An absolutely glorious opportunity.
Lee Bowyer has a problem here. Hamdi Faye will be coming on to replace him. And Lee Bowyer gets a standing ovation from some sections of the crowd here at St James's Park. And that's an early blow for Newcastle, as if conceding wasn't bad enough. Lee Bowyer forced off here. He's been crucial for them in recent games. Back it goes to Shay Given, who is said to be in talks with Newcastle about a new contract. He's going to see his current deal expire in the summer of 2007. Just a slight feeling of frustration for the home fans here. Floated in by Nzogbia, headed away by Ziegler. Stephen Carr wins the header. Given back though to Solano. What a ball that is! Oh, miscommunication there between defender and goalkeeper. And Jackson has stayed down.
It's a brilliant ball, absolutely brilliant, outside of the foot with Solano. Looks as if it's just going to land in the head of Amiobi. Goalkeeper and defender clash here. Matt Jackson doesn't see the goalkeeper rushing off his line. Does the right thing, and he's given away a corner kick. Picked up an injury. But it was a good bit of defending, because that was going to be another great chance for Amiobi. Quality of the ball, I mean, is just absolutely top drawer. I mean, I think all three collide here. He was racing out his goal. Jackson taking no chances. Well, one stage it might have looked like it was an own goal.
Find me a league in the world, Gordon, where players are more committed to win the ball. All three flying in there, putting their bodies on the line, and Jackson just at the moment is paying the price for that. He's a man who's got a contract in the summer himself. He'll be hoping to get a little run in the side here, possibly to put himself in the shop window, possibly to earn a new deal at Wigan. He is the club captain, of course. Before today, he'd only made one start in his last 13 Premier League appearances. Amiobi needs a quick check-up as well.
It's a fella that's made the error that doesn't get injured. The goalkeeper, John Phelan, he came out of that unscathed.
Well, the result of all that is that Newcastle have a corner here. Plenty of runners. They're looking for Stephen Carr, but there's a collision down there, and Ayan Dazou now is flattened. And with one central defender off already, that's the last thing Wigan needed. Jimmy Bullard and Jason Roberts down there having a word with Stephen Carr.
Well, Dazou's just totally committed to winning this ball, and I think it's Stephen Carr's momentum that carries him into Dazou here. I mean, it's a corner kick from Solano. He's looking for Carr at the back post there. He sees he was unmarked. Dazou read it, come out bravely to head that one clear, and yet another central defender in the wars. And you can see Dazou here, totally committed, eye on the ball.
Well, Stephen Carr there colliding with Ayan Dazou. Thankfully for Wigan, as Dazou is possibly seeing stars here. Matt Jackson is back on. He's hobbling. Ayan Dazou may well have to come off here. Paul Jewell's got a bit of thinking to do.
Well, he's got Sharner on the bench. He can bring him on.
And we are now hearing from the technical area that Shola Amiobi won't be able to continue. Ayan Dazou has a problem with that elbow, or possibly even his forearm. So Sharner will come on here for Ayan Dazou. Gordon, did you bring your boots?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's obviously pretty severe, the injury to Dazou, because, I mean, the physiotherapist made an instant decision there. He's either dislocated his shoulder or broke his arm. But it's a nasty one. He's not going to take any more part in this game, and if it's any kind of break, he won't be taking part in any of the games for the rest of this season. Matt Jackson still limping about. What a chance for Sharner. I mean, he showed his versatility this season, played in several positions, can play at the back comfortably.
Here's a news flash from St James's Park. We barely played 20 minutes and 4 substitutions are going to be made here. This is the third substitution. Michael Chopra replacing Shola Amiobi.
Previously substitution for Wigan Athletic.
This is Charles Nzogbia.
Replaced by number 18 for Shola.
Now there's a crunching challenge. Thompson has stayed down there. Robbie Elliott lunging in.
Well, he's going to get booked. Tackle from behind. Was a bit rash. Don't think he's getting any complaints about that. Uriah Rennie, no hesitation at all. this ball's played into David Thompson's feet. Just comes through him. Straight ball. Yeah, goes right through Thompson.
Matt Jackson has gone down here again, Gordon, by the way. And talk about walking wounded. Well, it is going to be 4 changes in 23 minutes here. Remarkable stuff. Matt Jackson cannot continue. Leighton Baines will be coming on. This will see a shift around. And it looks as though Leighton Baines will have to play centre half, will he?
Well, I'm just having a look to see how they're going to, if they can shuffle it around. I mean, he's not really got the height to play as a central defender, Leighton Baines. I mean, he's been doing a terrific job as a left back this season, but whether he can go in and play in the centre of the defence, I'm not sure.
Could Kavanagh drop back there, maybe?
No, I don't think so, but he'll have to get his thinking cap on. Maybe Chimbonda.
On the attack, and slight miscommunication there involving Moore and Given. Still the danger not yet cleared. How close to a big mix-up?
Well, we've seen a lack of communication at the other end that resulted in the Jackson and the Amiobi injury. A lack of communication here at this end. Craig Moore gets too much in that, slides it past Given, fears the worst here. Given gets a left hand to it, pushes it away. There's a little bit of clever play to get the back heel to knock it into the path, but it's a McCullough, but it whizzes past the post.
You can understand some of these Wigan players being a little uncertain of themselves. Haynes is a left back out of position. Chimbonda's a right back out of position. Here's Roberts doing what he does best, pushing forward through the middle. Kavanagh. Now Baines has to get it on his left foot here. That could be a weakness for him through this game. Kavanagh forward, slide rule pass, floated in, looking for McCullough. Alan Shearer with time. And Zogby, a lovely skill, down he goes. Now that's a little bit cynical perhaps. Uriah Rennie will call Leighton Baines over.
I would guess this is a booking as well. It's a good positive run forward when Zogby. Kavanagh misses him, Baines doesn't. Yellow card. Uriah Rennie. I don't think there's ever any doubt about that.
We are hearing Shola Amiobi hasn't lost a tooth, but it is a dental injury. It's kept him out of this game. Solano's free kick hits the wall again. Charles Nzogby is there. Oh, penalty shout here. Uriah Rennie has a big decision to make, and he gives it.
I think the assistant referee gives this. Uriah Rennie looks across. Assistant referee's got a flag across his chest, just bundles him over here at the back post. Was it a little bit clumsy in Ziegler's part? There's just an up and under here from Zogbia. Maybe a little bit on the half side. Chopra doesn't think so. He felt he was impeded there when that ball was in the air. Ziegler knocking him over.
What a start we've had to this game. 4 substitutions, 2 yellow cards, a Jimmy Bullard free kick. This to level it up from Alan Shearer! Never in doubt. The trademark celebration. And Alan Shearer ties things up at 1 apiece, and it's game on.
Well, I don't think there was any doubt where this ball's going to end up. Ended up where it usually does when Shearer takes a penalty. Back of the net.
Shearer heads away. 25 flicks on. Chimbonda first to the loose ball. Charles Nzogby now fires the ball at his feet. 4 Wigan players around him here. Nzogby has the pace to find some space. Can he get the cross away? Lovely footwork by Charles Nzogby. Did he keep it in? He did. Ripple of applause around St James's Park for Charles Nzogby there. Carr finds Dyer. Still Kieran Dyer. Across the face of goal! Must score! No! John Filan scrambles onto the ball. Michael Chopra just out-muscled, I think.
Yeah, brilliant play by Kieran Kieran Dyer here. There's Leighton Baines with terrific defending there at the back post. Looked like Chopra was going to knock this one into the net. Ball's already beat the goalkeeper, but terrific defending. Grateful goalkeeper pounces on it.
Only the top six in the Premiership have won more games than Wigan so far this season. Shearer's looking to spring the offside trap here. Does he have the pace to reach it though? Pascal Chimbonda is there. And if that was Kieran Dyer on that ball, it might have been a different story.
Well, the players that are playing out of position are playing pretty well for Paul Jewell. Chimbonda in the centre of the defence, normally right back. And some great defending just before that by Leighton Baines, left-sided player who's playing at right back.
Solano's corner. Plenty climbing! Oh! Titus Bramble, would you believe, on the score sheet. His first goal of the season. It's his first goal since January last year. But then again, anything can happen here today.
Totally unmarked in the penalty box here. He's 8 yards from goal, under no pressure whatsoever. Maybe not surprisingly, considering the changes that Wigan have had to make in the centre of their defence. No Dessert, no Matt Jackson. Possibly one of those two players delegated to pick up Bramble.
Alan Shearer, Russell Sharner, Charles Nzopia forward for Newcastle. Chopra in support, so too Shearer. That'll be prevented from being a corner, will it? May well go out here at the second time of asking. Looked like just a throw.
Yeah, plenty of support there in Zobia when he broke forward, but he tried the shot at goal. Once again, Baines decent defender. Zobia maybe a little bit of inexperience shown there. 3 Newcastle shirts in advanced positions.
Well, we have another man down. Lee McCulloch has got a problem here.
There'll be about 15 minutes added time in this half.
Well, let's see if we can see what the problem is with Lee McCulloch. He's having his vision checked here. Well, this is unbelievable. Lee McCulloch has suspected concussion down there, and here comes the club's top scorer in the Premier League, Omri Kamara, the Senegal international. Here's Baines. Zogby marking him. That's a bit of a lunge in there as well from Titus Bramble. Johansson goes down.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Bullard will be fancying it again. Similar distance from the last one, maybe a touch further out.
Crazy challenge from Bramble, really.
Yeah, well, it was rash. That was rash.
And he might just have caused his side a bit of a problem here as we approach half-time. Uriah Rennie paces out to show the Newcastle wall just where they need to stand. Bullard has already scored from this sort of range once. Shay Given was statuesque in his goalkeeping on that occasion. Can they do the same again? It's Jimmy Bullard! And he's not far off, you know.
Well, Shay Given was waiting this time. Anticipation better than the last one. It's a similar free kick. It's a great effort once again.
I think Shay Given was confident enough to leave that, you know. Well, he's been beaten once here, Shay Given. 15 clean sheets so far this season. He won't add to that tally today, though. Now, there's a decision for Rennie to make. Chopra it was, I think, that went down under the challenge of Chimbonda.
Well, certainly the referee had a terrific view of it. He's only a few yards away. Strong appeals from Alan Shearer for the free kick. And Ireland just waves play on.
Roberts with the layoff. Here's Johansson, who's been in fine goal-scoring form, 4 in 7 Premier League games. Thompson, infield to Baines. Cues it up for Kavanagh!
Well, nearly his first Premiership goal for Wigan here. Good build-up play. And he strikes it really well, Kavanagh here. Nearly sneaks inside the post. Shea Given's happy to see that one.
And Paul Jewell not happy down there.
And he just sets it up nicely for him here. It's a difficult one as well. It's coming across his body, but didn't half strike it well.
There goes the half-time whistle. What a first half we've had here at St James's Park. Jimmy Bullard putting Wigan in the lead here with a stunning free kick past Shea Given. But then, thanks to Alan Shearer's penalty, Newcastle were level at 1-1. A controversial decision, but Titus Bramble with an unmarked header putting Newcastle in the lead. Half-time score here at St James's Park. Feels like full-time. It's half-time here. 2-1 Newcastle lead.
They brushed aside the Galacticos of Real Madrid.
A classic Henry goal!
Overwhelmed Italy's old lady.
Fabregas, goal!
Now, Arsene's young guns are on the brink of history and their first Champions League final.
Arsenal have done it! They have done it!
Standing in their way, Spain's Villarreal. The Champions League semi-final first leg, Wednesday at 7, live only on Sky Sports 1.
Hello?
Kate, it's Kyle. Is this a good time?
Yeah, I'm just making some tea.
Ooh, nice. Cup of tea, Earl Grey? I love the Earl Grey. Listen, you are going to love this. I just got you the mother of all contracts.
Really?
I can't really say who it is right now. Spies everywhere, but just trust me, this is exactly who we've been looking for. And they want you. We're back on top, hon. Don't call it a comeback. Yeah. I'm gonna get the paperwork done, and I will talk to you later, kitten. Bye-bye.
Does she want a case with that?
Virgin Mobile. One contract worth keeping.
Why spend half your time half-heartedly trailing around looking at sofas with your other half, when you could go straight to DFS this Easter and get half price? Designer fabric sofas, half price. Cool leather sofas, half price. And luxury contemporary chic for half the price. 4 years free credit with the first year free. DFS, you just might find the sofa you're looking for in half the time, but more importantly, everything in the Verve collection is half the price. Think sofas, think DFS.
Sugar-free extra ice mints. Get a little closer.
FX Premier.
Keep a low profile.
Blend in. Do not attract attention.
Be unpredictable.
Don't make it easy for people to predict your actions.
Don't give out any personal information.
We cannot be exposed.
Our goal is to take them down.
You must be willing to sacrifice yourself.
You gotta keep yourself safe at any cost.
We must succeed at any cost. Are we clear?
Sleeper Cell. A chilling new drama. Showing now only on FX.
Get a showroom shine with Simonized dashboard wipes. They leave your dash looking like new by absorbing dust and dirt. New Simonized wipes, quality shines through.
This car's dirty. On the inside, a shot of Red X keeps the system clean, restoring lost performance. Red X Fuel System Cleaner. Feel the difference.
Capture King Kong on DVD. The adventure film of the year. Kong is king. Own it on DVD now.
Remember the 90s? When you were so happy. So sophisticated. So stylish. And so had the latest technology. Relive your best years with Trivial Pursuit 90s. They never felt so good.
Sorry, love. Excuse me, mate.
Ruddy weather, eh?
Yeah.
Foster's super chilled. Well, you wouldn't want a warm beer, would you?
Here we go then, start of the second half here at St James's Park, almost. This match really does have it all. Even a first full start. And another one. We are finally off and underway in the second half. We've had 3 goals, 5 substitutions, 5 injuries, a disputed penalty which was given. And Gordon McQueen, if the second half is anything like the first, we're all going to need a long lie down after this game, and quite possibly a stiff drink.
Well, the team that are winning deserve to be winning. I think there needs to be an improvement in Wigan's attacking play second half. They've certainly been the more dangerous of the two sides, Newcastle, but I'm not going to make any predictions for this game, that's for sure. There's been so much going on.
Titus Bramble, an unlikely goal scorer here today. He returned to the starting lineup at Middlesbrough after missing 7 with a hamstring problem. That was sustained in the game against Charlton back in February. Leighton Baines just tries to nudge it forward for David Thompson, who'd actually run in field. Zogbia sees his clearance blocked away. Well, that's the Wigan dugout right there. You might notice a rather larger than usual amount of empty seats at the start of this second half.
Well, that's one thing you don't often get at St James's, is it? Empty seats.
Jimmy Bullard can't control it. He certainly could control that free kick in the 5th minute, though, which put Wigan in the lead. Little would he have imagined what followed. Oh, Reto Ziegler with a mistake. Newcastle urged on here by the home fans. Here's Norberto Solano. Can he deliver a decent ball? Yes, he can. Sheer at that post. Has to be headed away down there by Leighton Baines.
Yeah, Alan Shearer just thumbs up there to Solano. Acknowledges what a terrific cross it was. But Leighton Baines once again, in his unaccustomed role of right back, did really well since this came on.
Titus Bramble pushes up again. Surely they'll mark him a little closer this time. Zogbia back to Solano, and it goes again. Too much on it that time, though, from Norberto Solano, who scored against Bolton. He has 3 and 7. He's been a key man for Glenn Roeder in recent times. Robbie Elliott. There's Charles Zogbia to try and conjure something up. 2 men around him, though. Needs a bit of help in Zogbia. He's beaten one, and he's found Robbie Elliott. Good play by the youngster. Floated in by Elliott. Oh, and it's off the crossbar. The ball's still in play. John Filan had given up on that one. He's now berating the assistant referee. Play continues, and there's a lunge in there by Elliott, who's already been carded, and Uriah Rennie just ponders there. Now, Robbie Elliott holding his side, and I just wonder if he bought himself a second or two in the thinking of Uriah Rennie.
Maybe a bit of pedology there, because that was badly timed. Could easily have been another yellow card. you rightly say, Andy's already had one in the first half. Could have been sent off. Gets a bit lucky.
Hamdi Faye clears away for Newcastle. Chopra chasing. Charlotte a little shaky. Ziegler heads down. Here's Kavanagh. Forward it goes for Camera and Roberts to try and work something. Roberts has gone in the middle. Camera on the ball now. Henri Camera goes for goal. Comfortable in the end for Shea Given.
Yeah, it is well, Camera, to get into a shooting position in the first place. Didn't look a great deal on for him there.
Picks out David Thompson. Nearly his 8th appearance for Wigan since joining in the January transfer window. Short-term deal. Solano, nice layoff. Shearer's drifted wide. Looks for Kieran Dyer. Finds him. Solano is there. Chimbonda takes it right off his foot. Fine work by Pascal Chimbonda, who goes on a marauding run of his. Craig Moore comes across as Henri Camera goes down. Might be a bit exposed at the back now. There's a collision between Shana and Nzogbia. And a yellow card now for Paul Shana.
Well, Shana's looking a bit bewildered. He plays a little 1-2 here, Nzogbia.
Just held his ground, didn't he?
I think he might have known what he was doing there, Shana. He just stuck a hip out.
Well, he can still smile about it. Paul Shana, who scored 3 goals since joining the club on the 1st of January. Picks up a yellow card for his troubles here. Paul Jewell anxious in the technical area, so too Glenn Roeder. Shearer's gone forward. Falls now to Nzogbia, drilled in looking for Shearer. Training ground move there from Newcastle. They'll look to try and keep the pressure on here. Strong defensive work there by Leighton Baines.
Yeah, nicely worked free kick there by Newcastle. Everybody expecting a Solano shot. Just knocked the ball out in Nzogbia. There's a space in the corner of the 18-yard box. Once again, Chimbonda clearing the danger.
Shearer looks to head on. Might fall here nicely. Oh, what a save by Filan! Did it cross the line? Solano thought so. Filan looks to have just saved it.
Well, once again, Uriah Rennie looks over at his assistant referee and gives him the thumbs up. I mean, is it a foul here with Solano in the first place? Does that go over the line? I don't think so. Assistant referee, correct. Big decision, but to get it right.
Nigel Bannister, the assistant referee on the far side, perfectly placed. He and Uriah Rennie got that one correct.
Who needs goal line technology?
Well, what a match this has turned out to be this afternoon. Quite know what you're going to get when you turn up for a Premiership match, as we've seen here today. Chopra, Shearer, onside, Alan Shearer. What a finish! It's a game that's had everything, and boy are they going to miss Alan Shearer.
Well, this will be an interesting one to see. Does he time his run perfectly, or is he offside? He's looking across the line. No, assistant referee once again the correct decision. He's onside. Rounds Phelan, knocks it into the net. Number 2 for Shearer. How do you replace this guy? Well, the answer is you don't. And it's Chopra. Lovely weighted pass, times his run perfectly, rounds the goalkeeper. Thank you very much. Number 2 for Shearer, number 3 for Newcastle.
Time for our 6th change. of the afternoon. Kieran Dyer gets a standing ovation here at St James's Park. A tight hamstring, we understand, forcing him off early. And it will be a local hero, Lee Clark, coming on to replace Kieran Dyer to shore things up in midfield. And got an ovation for Lee Clark, born in Wallsend, of course, and in 2 spells has now gone past the 260 appearances mark for Newcastle United. Still only 33, of course, Lee Clark, so there's plenty of gas left in the tank.
Yeah, it's been a dream move for him. Going back to the club that he supported.
Lee Clark didn't quite know the call was coming so quickly. Tying the boots up, getting the socks done, whilst he's already on. Took him by surprise slightly. Stephen Carr, is there another goal in this for Alan Shearer? That's the big question around St James's Park now. Lunging in, Alan Shearer to make the tackle. Still one of the most committed and competitive men out there, Alan Shearer. That competitive streak won't be lost, and as from next season it will be restricted to the golf course, I'm sure. Jimmy Bullard looking for camera. Zogbia miscontrols, out it goes, Wigan throw. Any more goals in this game, Gordon, I wonder?
Well, we've had plenty of drama. Nearly as many goals as substitutions. It's been pretty action-packed.
And Alan Shearer is on a hat-trick, let's not forget. Shana forward. If you are just joining us, 5 players were replaced in the first half through injury. 3 goals were scored. Alan Shearer's added to that tally in the second half here.
Yeah, they've been pretty comfortable second half, Newcastle. They really haven't got going forward at all, Wigan. Surprisingly so. You know, when you look at the firepower they have got with Cameron, Jason Roberts up top just now. But, of course, plans went pretty much haywire with that double substitution early in the first half, losing both their central defenders.
Still a chance here, though, for Jimmy Bullard to get a second goal. Shea Given equal to it.
Well, it all opens up for Jimmy Bullard here, and he strikes it well left-footed. Straight at Given. Pretty comfortable for the goalkeeper.
Shearer heads on, but is fouling his man in the process, and he can't quite believe it. I don't think Alan Shearer is going to see too much of Uriah Rennie once he quits football, you know. I can't imagine them meeting up for the odd drink.
He's having a good moan about that decision there. Just ultra competitive.
Well, Alan Shearer just pulling down on Shana. Shana had his arm round him as well.
You can understand him being annoyed with the decision that went against him there.
Well, it looks like being 3 straight victories for Newcastle, having beat Middlesbrough and Spurs before that. Alan Shearer with the knockdown. Shana slides in and clears away. It's Kavanagh now. Johansson picks out Baines, who's actually done pretty well out of position today, playing at right back instead of left. Thompson again has looked lively, getting a rare start today. Titus Bramble, a Newcastle goal scorer, with the clearance. Excellent play by Shearer, just a slight shove there on Chimbonda, which went unpunished that time. He used his body weight, tried to set Chopra free. Solano now finds Carr, gets it back again. Back he goes to Titus Bramble. Here's Robbie Elliott, still on a yellow card. And Zogbia. Bullard and Baines deal with him. Bullard taken out there by Elliott.
Well, not been a happy day for Paul Jewell, has it? Losing 3-1 here. Might miss out in Europe. Losing his captain probably for the rest of the season. And if it is a broken collarbone, definitely for the rest of the season. Double injury blow to both his central defenders. Not been a fun day.
Not a fun day, but when he reflects on this season, what a campaign it's been for Paul Jewell. The club's longest-serving manager in 25 years. And in his 5th season as Wigan boss, he's got them in the top half of the table. Premiership status assured for next season.
They've got a lovely approach to the game as well. They really do have a go. None of this one up front and everybody else behind the ball.
Lovely ball from MB5. Stephen Carr has the responsibility of picking out a teammate. Clark heads back in. Chimbonda takes it away from Shearer. Bullard skips away from Clark. Camera can't control. Stephen Carr wins it back for Newcastle.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Paul Jewell ever feels he's got a problem in the centre of the defence, it's a position that Chimbonda can play, no problem at all. He's been excellent since he's moved in there. I don't know whether he's played the position many times in his career before. Slotted in nicely.
He's been quite a revelation, Pascal Chimbonda, this season. Started the club's first 25 games. He was the only player who did. And he started the last 8 after missing that Liverpool defeat through suspension. Kavanagh just needs someone to go forward on the left. Ziegler did in the end, but it was too little too late. Bullard. Chimbonda again. Time running out here for Wigan to find a comeback. David Thompson forces the save there out of Shay Given, and there is still time.
I think this one caught Shay Given by surprise. I mean, I think it's maybe just gone past the post, but Shay Given taking no chance here, just palms it out for a corner.
Plenty of players forward here for Wigan. Were they to score from this corner? Well, Reto Ziegler slips as he takes the corner. We're just ticking off all the possibilities on the list this afternoon. Ziegler with the delivery at the second time of asking. Bullard beaten to it there. Down goes Chopra. Bullard in on him again. Well, it's been one of those afternoons at St James's Park today where we really have seen it all. Add this to your list.
Well, I think it's a bit late to be going to change your studs now. Oops, it is it.
Well, Reto Ziegler still manages to smile. What a ball that is, by the way, for Solano. And it goes for Chopra. Out it falls here, possibly for Clark. Too much on it, though, from Nzombia.
Thought he might have had a pot-it goal there. I know the angle was a bit tight, but he does the unselfish thing there, tries to knock it across the 6-yard box for either Chopra or Alan Shearer to stab home. He just overhits it.
What a game we've witnessed here this afternoon. Only the second defeat in 6 games, though, for Wigan, if it stays like this. They've been resolute in recent weeks. Was that handball by Kavanagh or even a foul by Chimbonda on Chopra? Uriah Rennie waves play on. Roberts does well to find Bullard. Johansson just slipped as he controlled the ball. Andy Fye sticking pretty close to him. Chimbonda finds Baines. Paul Jewell watches on from the edge of the technical area. Baines sees his pass blocked by Nzogbia. He's then taken down by him, and that's a free kick against Baines, who reached out for the ball there, but Uriah Rennie didn't think he was fouled. Here come Newcastle again. Shearer making an intelligent run out wide. Solano just tells him to come back onside. Here's Clark. Solano again. Shearer. Now Stephen Carr. Chopra's in the middle. That's who they go for. Headed away by Baines.
Yeah, good defending there, but it's the Newcastle fans, it's Alan Shearer they want in the middle of that penalty box. Really love him to get a hat-trick today. Not going to get many chances to watch him again. A couple of home games left at St James's Park. Testimonial. And that's it. No more Alan Shearer.
Elliott with the throw. Chimbonda heads away. Bullard will clear further forward for Wigan Athletic. Roberts could be in here. He's onside. Bramble using his body strength. Still Roberts to try and turn. Thought he was fouled by Bramble. Referee says no.
I think he gives Roberts a little tug here. Roberts looking across the assistant referee. I think he's a bit fortunate here. Lack of concentration that let Roberts in the first place. And he gets the wrong side here, Bramble. Two powerful lads. I mean, he's holding them there. That's a penalty kick.
Two arms round the waist of Jason Roberts from Titus Bramble. Yep, Uriah Rennie waves play on. Obviously didn't see enough there, the referee, to award the spot kick. Lee Clark finds Nzogbia, who in turn picks out Elliott. Takes his time over it. Clark, Nzogbia. He's been bright on this left side today, Charles Nzogbia. And look at that. Even when he's shoulder charged out the way, he still keeps running, doesn't go down, doesn't look for the foul. Good attitude from the youngster. Just 19 years of age. Charles Nzogbia, bright future ahead of him at this football club.
There's 50-odd thousand people in this stadium hoping that Robbie Elliott just lands this right in the head of Alan Shearer.
Robbie Elliott then with the free kick. Alan Shearer is the target. It's just over his head. You might not get another opportunity to see Alan Shearer score a hat-trick here. West Bromwich Albion here on April the 22nd. Chelsea, the final home game on May 7th. Wigan pushing on again, still looking to try and find another goal, playing with pride here, playing with passion.
Should be playing for an equaliser now as well, Wigan. Maybe putting Newcastle under a bit of pressure, but they never got the penalty. Bramble foul on Jason Roberts. Could have been a very nervous finish for Newcastle in a game that they really won in a canter.
Sorry, Gordon, that was a hard challenge by Chimbonda. We have 60 seconds left for Alan Shearer, who's just been announced here as the man of the match to score a hat-trick goal. And this could be the best opportunity yet from this free kick. Solano stands over it. Alan Shearer jostling for position. Shana and Ziegler staying close to him. This needs to be a pinpoint delivery from Norberto Solano. And we've loaded all the pressure on Alan Shearer. Solano might go for goal here himself, you know. Well, I don't think Alan Shearer is probably thanking Solano for doing that.
No, not the Newcastle United supporters. They just wanted Solano to knock that into the box to try and get Alan Shearer in for his hat-trick. If I'd been Alan Shearer, I'd have took the free kick.
Well, Uriah Rennie might just be ready to blow the full-time whistle here. John Phelan will clear it away. No free kick given. Henri Camara tries to turn Craig Moore. One last chance for Wigan, perhaps. Ziegler forward for Camara. Lee Clark heads away. Bullard now. Bullard and Kavanagh linking up again. Chance here for David Thompson. Over it goes. And there is the full-time whistle at St James's Park. Alan Shearer with a goal in either half, making sure of all 3 points here for Newcastle. They climb above Wigan in the Premier League table as a result. It all started on a crazy afternoon with Jimmy Bullard scoring on 5 minutes with a fine free kick. Alan Shearer then scoring in the 28th from the penalty spot. Titus Bramble putting Newcastle in the lead for the first time this afternoon. Paul Jewell's side going down here to only their second defeat in 6 games. What a crazy afternoon we've had at St James's Park. A fantastic afternoon, and 2 goals from Alan Shearer will grab the headlines. Full-time score here in the northeast. Newcastle 3, Wigan 1. Paul, how do you sum up that crazy afternoon out there?
Yeah, it was difficult, you know, when you lose your 2 centre-backs within a minute of each other. You're always going to be up against it. And, you know, it showed. We started the game brightly, you know, scored a wonderful free kick. Their first goal, the referee didn't give a penalty. It was the linesman that gave it. I don't know whether it was or not. The second goal, from a free header from a corner, is disappointing. So, you know, we're always going to be uphill struggle for us. We stuck at it. We kept going, you know, and we didn't disgrace ourselves, but we're a scratch team out there, and, you know, we found it difficult. Is there any update you can give us on the players that you lost through injury? Yeah, Jesus broken his collarbone, we think. Matt Jackson has done his knee ligaments. We don't know how the extent of that yet. Andy McCulloch wasn't feeling well. So 3 big players for us, and we missed them. That was bizarre, that first half. Half an hour gone, you were playing against 2 different central defenders, couple of goals on the board, unbelievable.
It was really, I mean, it's incredible football, isn't it, sometimes? I mean, I think in the first 10 or 15 minutes, 4 players went off injured, and another 4 came on. A free kick scored, a penalty scored, and then a corner scored, and it was an unbelievable start, but it settled down, and I thought to come back from 1-0 down showed great character, great determination, and a great spirit in the team. Alan Shearer doing what he does best, really. It was nice to see him with that finish at the end there, and in fact the fans were urging him on for a hat-trick.
Well, I'm sure Alan was urging himself on for a hat-trick, and if an opportunity had come, I'm sure he'd have taken it and taken the ball home. But there's still 4 games to go where he can finish with a hat-trick, and so he's very happy with 2. And again, when he went clean through, Alan Shearer knows what to do in that situation. It never crosses my mind if he, you know, when he goes clean through with a keeper to beat, whether it be in a game situation like today or training, that he's going to miss. And sure enough, around the keeper and right into the corner. You're ticking down towards the end of the season now. Do you start to cherish these moments a little bit more? Yeah, I do, because obviously I'm aware that I've got 4 games left now, so. And they are ticking by, but I'm enjoying them, which is the most important thing, and we're winning, which is obviously a huge bonus. But there's 4 big games left, and we've got to try and get as high as we can in the table and see what happens. See what happens. Europe is a possibility, though, isn't it? It is a possibility, yeah. We've given ourselves a fighting chance, and if we keep on playing the way we are and getting the results, then who knows? But we've certainly got a tough one on Monday. The club have applied for the Intertoto Cup, we understand. At least you don't have to worry about the early start in the summer now. I know, yeah. I was urging them to go into it just so I could laugh at the lads in pre-season training.
So Newcastle beat Wigan by 3 goals to 1 at St James's Park. Next, over on Sky Sports.